Paul Fletcher, the Manager of Opposition Business for the Coalition in Canberra. He joins me from Sydney. Thanks for joining us, Paul. A couple of things I'm really keen to get your thoughts on. I don't know whether you were able to hear the start of my show, but I talked about Angus Campbell. We've got a new CDF starting on July the 1st. But Angus Campbell is a man who threw the ADF under the bus, in my view, with those reports about alleged war crimes in Afghanistan, apologised to Afghanistan, effectively a Taliban leadership there now. We've not had one conviction. He wanted to strip medals off 3,000 soldiers because of the alleged misdeeds of these few soldiers. Again, none of that proven. He's talked endlessly about all sorts of inclusion and the diversity and all the woke words. I mean, he's really taken the warrior culture out of our defence forces, hasn't he? And thank God there's a change.
Well, I'll leave it to others to buy into that particular issue. I'll just acknowledge the service of General Angus Campbell. It's a very challenging job, an enormously important job. Now, Vice Admiral David Johnston will take on this role. I think it is important that we're having leaders with experience in the different services. I think it's over 20 years since we've had a naval officer as Chief of the Defence Force, so that is important expertise to bring to bear, particularly, of course, at a time when AUKUS is a major focus and should be a major focus for the government, for the nation, working with our allies and partners in the US and Britain. And of course, that's all about submarine capability. So perhaps it is particularly timely to have a very senior officer from a naval background coming in as Chief of the Defence Force.
But isn't the point that something needs to change? I mean, I focused on the woke attitudes of Angus Campbell and his leadership, but also in this period there's been monumental stuff-ups and delays in defence procurement, not least in the submarine area. So the whole outfit needs to sharpen up, doesn't it?
There is no more important and demanding job than the job carried out by the Australian Defence Force, its personnel, and of course the civilian staff of the Department of Defence. As you rightly say, procurement decisions have an impact for 10, 20, 30, 50 years. They're enormously important. These are huge amounts of money that are being spent. But of course also issues like maintaining the target strength of the ADF. That is a considerable challenge that we're seeing at the moment. And what the ADF does is enormously important. And of course, they're preparing for tasks that we hope they never have to discharge. But when we need them to carry out those tasks, there will be nothing more important for the safety of Australians.
Yeah, they better be ready.